How's it going, everybody? I'm meteorologist Joey Cragness, back with your daily forecast. Today, we have some more severe storms possible down in Texas. Pretty similar area as yesterday was, just a little bit farther inland. And then still keeping an eye on that potential for severe weather. Next week could see several rounds of severe weather move through the central U.S. With several low pressure systems expecting to move through. And then as has been pretty constant throughout this week, those cooler temperatures still expecting to stick around for this week and next. And then looking around the country, got some storms going on right now down in Texas. That's about it for right now. Those storms are expected to pick up in intensity and coverage later on this afternoon. But we have a pretty mellow pattern in the upper levels right now, keeping the weather relatively calm. The only thing stirring up those storms right now is this little dip in the jet stream right over Texas down there. But temperatures looking pretty good right now. 70s in the southeast, upper 50s and 60s in the south. And then cooler as you get up north. The Midwest preparing for another late season snowstorm. So temperatures on the cooler side right now, but those are expected to increase after that snow moves out of the area. We have some light rain going on in central Oklahoma right now. Had a few little rumbles of thunder this morning, but nothing super severe or anything like that. Mid and upper 50s, a few lower 60s out there as well where it's not rainy. Mid and lower 60s down in the DFW metro, along with a few little thunder showers down there. And then in San Antonio and Austin, looking pretty similar. A few more storms out towards the east of San Antonio and Austin, but temperatures in the mid and lower 60s out there. And then Houston, very rainy out there, some very heavy precipitation with this. Some of these stronger storms maybe have some P to half-inch hail in them. Not much going on right now, but like I said before, those storms are expected to increase in intensity and coverage later on this afternoon and evening. Out in the Front Range, temperatures on the warmer side, mid and upper 50s. A few areas will be seeing the 60s later on this afternoon, so looking like a pretty nice day on the Front Range of Colorado. But this is what we have for our hail forecast for today. Expecting a wider area of coverage. The higher possibility for hail is located along the coast, though. But a few areas just to the east of or west of the DFW metro could see a few little hailstones out there, but not expecting anything more than quarters, maybe $half today with those stronger storms. So it's going to be a lower end risk today. Same with the wind out there, but this risk is extended a little bit farther out towards the east as those storms are expected to form into a line and become more of a wind threat later on into the overnight hours. Looking at our instability here, we have this nice plume of instability surging into the south central plains there, providing the energy for those storms later on this evening. That's when they're really expected to get going, and then dying down a little bit, but then the instability comes back for Friday evening. We could see some stronger storms actually just to the east of this area of instability. So this is why we see those little, these little divots in the contours here, because we have storms out in that area. So there isn't as much instability with all that precipitation out there. But then that moves off towards the east as we get into the weekend. So this is what we got for our future radar here. Just one model here, higher resolution, but few stronger storms on the Texas-Oklahoma border, south of Dallas, could see a few stronger storms, and then really get going as we get into the evening hours. And like I said, those storms are expected to form into somewhat of a line, pretty messy still, so it could be a more isolated wind and hail threat, not expecting to be larger, more widespread wind and hail threat for these storms today. But then those storms are going to continue to push off towards the east. Gulf Coast could get some gusty winds early on tomorrow morning, and then those storms continuing off to the east and just really blowing up along the East Coast as we get into the weekend and bring some very, very heavy rain to the central East Coast out there. So could see several inches of rain with those storms out towards the southeast and east coast. This is what we got for our jet stream. We have this jet streak up to the northeast, just finally beginning to push off into the Atlantic Ocean out there. And then this is what we are watching for our storm potential next week. This is what we got our eye on right now, just enough upper level support to get those storms going. Not quite enough to get them to a high-end severe level, but just enough to maybe make them a low-end severe threat. Sunday afternoon, we get this nice trough pushing through Texas and Oklahoma. Could bring some severe weather to the southern plains and south central U.S., looking like a decent chance out there, but we have noticed a weakening trend with the upper level pattern here over the past several days. So maybe it's not a super high-end threat, but it is just a low-end severe threat over the next several days, just kind of repeating back to back. And then we get this other system moving through towards the latter half of the week, and then towards the weekend and beginning of the following week, this system is expected to move through and possibly bring another round of severe weather. So we're expecting several rounds of severe weather with maybe 1 to 2 day break between those systems moving through. This is what we got for our 5-day rain chances. See that heavy band of precipitation along the East Coast. Same with the southeast, Louisiana and Mississippi getting hit particularly hard. Same with the southern tip of the Florida Peninsula out there. This in the Midwest isn't really rain. This is actually snow up there. So expecting quite a bit of precipitation out of potentially strong winter system out there for the Midwest. Breaking it down day by day, we got strong thunderstorms expected for the Gulf Coast in Texas and Louisiana, expecting several inches of rain out there. Same with the southeast for tomorrow. That system then moves up the East Coast on Saturday, dropping 2 to 3 inches of rain in some spots, and then snow for the Midwest, rain for the Central U.S., and then that system really gets going up in Minnesota, tiny portion of South Dakota, Nebraska, and Iowa, bringing some pretty heavy snowfall rates to them on Monday. And then farther down to the south in Louisiana and Arkansas, we're looking at some fairly heavy rain out there on the southern edge of that low pressure system, bringing that snow to the Midwest. Looking a little bit farther out, 6 to 10 days, still expecting higher precipitation for a good chunk of the country, maybe closer to average in the central U.S., maybe slightly below average for portions of Texas. California getting hit pretty good with those rounds of low pressure systems moving onto the coast over that 6 to 10 day time frame. Cooler than average temperatures expected for pretty much the entire western 2/3 of the country, closer to average as you get out to the coast, and maybe slightly above average in the northeast and down in Florida. But things are looking pretty good for the beginning of storm season here. It could start to get active in the next week or so. So that's something we are keeping our eye on. That's all we got for today, though. If you're interested in learning more about us, go ahead and follow us on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok. If you're interested in purchasing a plan, go ahead and scan that QR code up above me, or give us a call at 855-334-4245. Email us at info@hailtrace.com, or check out our website at www.hailtrace.com. That's it for now. Thanks for watching.